Hey everybody, Ira Miller here with Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel, and this is what? This is November 20th, so I'm trying to think about what happened here. Every 2 weeks, oh yeah, that's about right. So last time we were here was November 6th. Which was the first Monday of the month, which is when we always go ahead and have our first live. And then now 2 weeks later, here we go. And then the next time we will meet, it'll be December 4th. So hope you all have a really good Thanksgiving in a few days. I know I'm looking forward to it. This is my absolute favorite time. This week, actually, is, I guess, my favorite time of the starting the season for my favorite time of the whole year. So, I'm waiting on the cooler weather to get here, and they're promising us that it is coming, and so that's what the weather report is saying anyways. It's supposed to get pretty rainy, I guess, in Texas. I think right now, actually. Let me kind of take a look, see what the weather is going to do. So I have my little app here, my weather app, to kind of see what's going on. But yeah, there's a cold front coming through. It's already gone through Texas, going through Louisiana, and I think it's heading our way, which is great. Tuesday is showing showers. Wednesday showing showers. Can I move that over? Nope. Won't let me go. But anyways, we had a lot of rain last week too. It was cloudy and rainy all week long. Kind of tough to do videos when it's always raining and cloudy on you. But we got a couple, what did we get? We got a couple for sale by owners?
Yeah. Recently we did an inspection of a new home in the Villages. So we're working on getting that out.
Oh, okay. That's what we're working on?
Yeah.
All right. So we did have somebody call us. At one point in time, I don't know, maybe 6-8 months ago, I had somebody call me out of the clear blue sky and said, hey, would you mind doing a walkthrough for me? I just bought a brand new home from the Villages, and I'm not going to be there for my walkthrough, and I'm closing the next day, so would you mind do a walkthrough for me? Well, I thought about it. Well, I guess I really didn't think too much about it. I'm like, yeah, great. This would be an excellent opportunity for me to go ahead and do a video of a brand new Villages home and bring it to you all, and also do a walkthrough just to kind of see how well the home was constructed. And as we saw, there were some missing cabinet pieces. I can't remember all. I know the sprinkler system was kind of messed up. The irrigation system wasn't very well adjusted. But it was the cabinets. I know some had soft close, some didn't have soft close. One had a door that was falling off. I remember that. But anyways, I guess this guy saw that video and asked me if I would go ahead and do a video for him. And I'm like, oh, sure, great. Yeah, I'd be happy to do that. Just another opportunity to bring it to you all so you all can see another model. And I guess this one was the Winslow. I think it was the exact same model. of the first home that I did for the, that was built by the Villages. So I don't guess much different there, but we did do a complete walkthrough for the person, and to my surprise, he was there. So I don't understand why he wanted me to do a walkthrough. Normally now, the first guy wasn't going to be there at the walkthrough. He couldn't make it, so he asked me if I would do it, and I was happy to do that for him at no pay, free of charge. And then this gentleman asked me if I would do the same thing, and I said, sure, no problem. And when I called him to do the walkthrough, he goes, oh yeah, I'll be there, so yeah, just come on in. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why wouldn't his Villages agent do this walkthrough for him? So I don't know what happened there, where that disconnect happened. I guess a lot of times, well, now that I think about it, he did have a orientation, which could be construed as a walkthrough, with the builder. But it's just an orientation. The builder just takes you through and says, here's the air conditioner, here's the sprinkler system, here's this, here's that, whatever. It's not really a walkthrough. Wasn't designed, that orientation wasn't designed to really catch anything. Now they do have a 30-day punch list period that they call it, and which you live in the house, and then if you find anything wrong with the home, then you just write down a list, and after the 30 days, you would come on and you would actually call home warranty, the Village's home warranty department, say, hey, I have a list of punch list items, I'd like to have taken care of. And so anyways, that's kind of what I did for him. Now, I guess thinking about it, he should have called his real estate agent and said, hey, can you do this walkthrough for me? Maybe they're not used to doing walkthroughs. I don't know. As an agent in the Villages, you can sell pre-owned and you can sell new. And so why he didn't get this one, his agent, to do a walkthrough for him, I don't know. I guess he felt like I was just a man for the job and with my expertise. So I was more than happy to do it. Did it for free. Antonio is working on that this week, and we'll probably get that video out to you this week. Another thing, excuse me. I got a great surprise, though, coming up for you, too. In Ocala, on Saturday night, they had Light Up Ocala. And Light Up Ocala is a huge event. It's on the square, the downtown historic area of Ocala. It's on the square there. And they have vendors. They shut down Silver Springs Boulevard, which is State Road 40. And if you know anything about State Road 40 East takes you all the way to Ormond Beach and to the beach. So that's a straight shot. So that's a big road. That's a major road. And then it takes you all the way out to Denellen going west. But anyways, they shut down Silver Springs Boulevard. They shut down, which is State Road 40. They shut down all the roads all the way around the square. They had all these vendors everywhere. They had musical performances. It was just a great time. So I got out my camera. Now, I'm not going to give a lot away because I want you to be able to see this. And I took the drone up at night so you can really see how beautiful the lights are from up above. I went up 200 feet and shot down. So I don't know. Maybe Antonio might be able to get that out to you before Thursday, Thanksgiving. So, anyways, What are y'all having for Thanksgiving? I know what I'm doing, and I am deep frying a couple turkeys and baking a ham, and then I guess everybody else is gonna pitch in and throw some stuff around. So let's go to the chat room. So I saw John Keller today, had a nice little chat with John and Janice, and so I want to give a shout out to them. It was nice seeing you today. I put a lockbox on their door with their key inside because they weren't here when they closed on their home, and they were able just to have easy access to their house. So they didn't need the lockbox on there anymore. They asked me to come get it, and then I was able to come by. Did a little sprinkler timer adjustment for y'all, right, John? So they showed me their water bill, and last month it was hope you don't mind me sharing this, John, $64 just for their irrigation water. So I thought, something's going on. Well, we looked, and the lawn was being watered 3 times a week. And it should only be 2 at the most. And then actually, they have a little calendar on there where they're pretty much saying you should water your lawn once a week. Not in the summertime here in Florida, no, at least twice. I have a well at my house strictly for irrigation. And so for the last 2 weekends, I was actually replacing a big, huge water tank. It's an underground tank. I had to dig up the old one, cut it off, dig it all out, placed a new one in there. I had to put a new pressure switch on there. Boy, that was a fiasco. It took me actually a day and a half. So, I guess maybe 1 day, but I worked half a day the weekend before last, and then on Saturday I finished the job and got it working just right. But yeah, without a well, there you go, $64. And I went ahead, and I do in the summertime, I'll be honest with you, water my lawn 3 times a week, because if it gets really hot, our St. Augustine grass just really suffers. I think John has Empire Zoysia though, so it kind of goes dormant when it's really hot and in the cold. But anyways, I think his water bill will go down quite a bit. So it was good seeing you, John and Janice. And Andrea Martin, hello from Chicago. So Andrea, how's the weather in Chicago? Our weather, I'm just checking to see what our weather is here. 74 degrees. I don't know if you can read that. Yeah, you can read it. 74 degrees here in the Sunshine State. It's been nice today, even though there's been some clouds offshore there around Melbourne. So Gamala, how are you? Good evening. Well, Useless. Gary saying hello from Knoll Territory. Dude, you must be a Knoll fan, and we all cringed when Jordan Travis broke his leg. That leg had to have been broke. I haven't heard anything on the news about really what he did, but I'm sure he broke in at least 1 or 2 spots anyways. So that was terrible. But the backup quarterback, Rodemaker, he stepped in from 13-0, and the defense stepped up. I think, man, when Jordan broke his leg, that just woke everybody up. That defense didn't give North Alabama another point, and Rodemaker scored, I think, 56 straight points after that. That's mind-blowing. So, go Noles. Right, Jamie? So Jerry Bell, how you doing, Jerry? Thank you for joining us tonight. Jerry's got his little turkeys all ready. And then Bruce, thank you for joining us tonight as well. And looks like Janice is on as well as John. So good talking with you today, Janice. Let's see. What are your Thanksgiving plans? I guess that's what I wrote. Or Antonio wrote that. He wanted a free inspection by the best realtor around the villages, so I'm thinking, He didn't seem real appreciative, I can tell you that. Kind of a strange fellow. There was another guy there with him. It seemed like his son. Do you think that was his son?
No, but they were strange.
Pretty strange. Didn't seem real appreciative either, did they?
No, they seemed like they wanted to get in the way. But I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know, but anyways, it's always an opportunity. So I had somebody write in one of my for sale by owner videos. Can we pull that up? Man, I'm like, what is the deal here? Let me see if I can pull this up here, because I didn't know how to take this. It says, what is a realtor doing videoing a for sale by owner? Is that, no, that's not this one. Which one is it?
I don't remember which one it was. There's two of them.
Not this one, right?
Might as well click on it. Let's see. Let's go through the comments.
So for sale by owner. Great location, looks spacious. Wish we were retiring this year. Nice home, beautiful home, great location. One of the better homes I've seen. Let's see here. Oh, here it is. Right here. Why is a realtor showing a FSBO, or for sale by owner? So why would somebody even ask that question? I don't get it. Here's my reply, and somebody else's reply. He might be friends with the owner, or the owner is going to pay him a small commission. Well, we didn't even ask the owner. All we wanted to do is bring you guys a video of a for sale by owner. So we called them up, hey, can we do a video of your for sale by owner and put it on our YouTube channel, period. We didn't ask for any compensation. We didn't ask if we could list the home. We didn't even ask them if we got a buyer, would they be willing to pay us a commission. We just straight out, flat out asked, can we do a video of your home? And they were gracious enough to say yes, because we wanted to bring you content and things that you wouldn't normally see. You won't find that on Realtor.com or any of these other places. Well, yeah, I guess you might if you knew where to look. But my answer was, because in many cases, number one, FSBOs will work with a realtor if we bring them a buyer, and that might be the case. I don't know. I didn't ask her. But you know what? If one of you called me and said, hey, Ira, I saw that video you made of that for sale by owner, I might be interested, well, then I would go to them. I'd say, hey, somebody, because I left their contact information on this video for you to go, or anybody to go right to them and call them up. And then it says it mainly adds content and subscribers to the channel, and that's why I do it. So I don't know. You know, y'all maybe want to give me a little insight as to whether I should be put out by that or what. But I just felt like it was inappropriate. I didn't feel like it was something somebody should say, "What's a realtor doing?" Because you know why? We didn't even put. You know, this is Homes Around the Villages. I don't know, maybe I did. Maybe I said that at the very... Well, actually, I said, this is Ira Miller with Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel. Didn't even say I was a realtor. Didn't even, you know, wear this shirt. I wore my Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel shirt. If we look at this, right? Yeah, see that white shirt with my logo on there. So I don't think there was much in there to even show that I was a realtor. So it's like he's trying to out me or something. I don't know. That's kind of how I took it, but you guys can be the judge for that. All right, so moving along, Jerry and his 3 little turkeys. Maybe Jerry's going to cook 3 turkeys. Happy and enjoyable Thanksgiving. Thank you, Kamala. Hola. And then there's Janice again. He wanted a free... Oh, so we're talking about the other guy now. Thanks, Ira. The bill was retroactive from the date of closing. That was why the bill was so high. Retroactive from the day of closing. Okay. So I know we were talking about why even the amenity fee, that amenity fee was, whew. So I thought you closed in October. No, doesn't make sense to me. So Gary, yeah, 11-0. That's Florida State STEM, FLORIDASDATE, right? 39 degrees in New Jersey, 47 degrees with light rain in Chicago. So we like to bring the weather across the country to y'all. I can't believe it's colder in New Jersey than it is Chicago. Is that normal? Usually I would think that it would be colder in the Windy City rather than New Jersey, but I don't know. Who am I? Cherie says, hi, New Jersey. This New Jersey girl left 7 years ago today to move to Florida, loving my 74 degrees so much, as I showed you all. With the taxes going up due to homes with the taxes going up due to homes getting expensive, do they ever get lower if the property gets lower? So yeah, I mean, I saw back in 2000, you know, in the big downward market in 2007, 2008, prices were going down, 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 down. And yeah, I mean, your home would get reappraised by the county, by the property appraiser in the county, and your taxes did go down because the value of your property went down because everything is multiplied by a millage rate, and the millage rate pretty much stays the same, but when the property goes down, then your taxes go down. And that's what happened in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That was a crazy period. I'll tell you what, I mean, this whole world's been pretty crazy since that crazy market. Everything was beautiful, hunky-dory. And then the real estate market took a dump in 06, 07, 08, 09, 010, 11, 12, 13, 14, finally started going back up. Then we get into the pandemic period, and oh my gosh, and now all the rioting's going on. What is going on? Hi, Ira. Question about flooring. It's called LVP, 6-inch by 36-inch, but the planks are flexible, not rigid. Installed with adhesive, not tongue and groove. Is this truly LVP or just another laminate? Well, first of all, the difference between LVP, which is luxury vinyl planking, and not laminate, because laminate's kind of a wood composite. Anyways, here's the whole thing. Phantom tees. You don't want that real flexible, wet noodle LVP plank, because they come in thicknesses. And that's the one thing you didn't note in here, is about how thick. And I'm thinking you want something over, I think it's 6 millimeters, but you want a thick, thick plank. And, we could always go, let's see. So, the guy who does most of my work, he loves Lumber Liquidators. Right? I don't even know if they're in business. I think they might have. Yeah, it's LL Flooring now. Luxury vinyl plank right there. So be careful if you're going after some of this cheaper stuff, because what you're going to get is a thin plank. And I'm going to tell you something. I had a customer purchase thin planks, and when she put that flooring down, even if there was a piece of sand on that floor, you can see a little dimple in that planking. You don't want that. I mean, do not buy that cheap thin planking, because you are going to hate it. You're going to want a thicker plank, and one with a padding that's already glued to it. And that's going to really, you'll be happy with that. But anything, you're talking about 6-inch by 36-inch, you forgot to tell me about how thick it is. And so if we go through here, see, these are your luxury vinyl planking, and you can see this might be what you got, 88 cents a square foot, but let me tell you, let's see what kind of mils it is. It's probably a 4 mil or a 3 mil. Let's see, does it say? Oh, it's a 1.5 mil. Absolutely not. You don't even want to go near something like that. So right there, negative. Let's go back to the little more expensive ones. They act like they're doing you a favor, but here's one for $2.49 a square foot. So this is 5 mils with the pad. See, so there you go. I'm suggesting 6 mils at least, but this has 5 mils in the pad, and that's kind of what you're looking for, if not something even a little bit thicker than that. But anyways, let's go back and see what else they have. Oh, look, 7 mils at $3.86. So yeah, so that's why you see, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking anything over 6 is what you should absolutely go after, okay? So be careful about getting a deal on that luxury vinyl planking. Like I said, get one with the pad and you'll be a whole lot happier. Oh, here's one for Antonio. I like those video shorts with Fizbo.
Thank you. I'll make some more.
Did we do shorts on the video? I mean, on the Fizbo?
I did make one of the Fizbos into a short, yes.
Cool. Got a compliment.
Thank you.
Just don't tell me to give him a raise. 30 degrees in Boston. Can't wait to leave for good. Wow, 30 degrees. Man, the East Coast is really catching it then. I mean, if it's 47 in Chicago. Let's see. Oh, okay, October and pay forward. Oh, they're making you pay for December too. Okay, well, you know. Tom. How's it going, buddy? Long time no hear. I haven't seen you in a while, now that I think about it. Thanks for joining us. Long time no chat. Absolutely. What the heck? What area in the villages have the lowest taxes? The lowest millage rate? So I would say anything north of north of Brownwood, which is 44. You want to start there, and you want to go north. So, taxes is a funny thing. Lower millage rates, that's another funny thing, because, your millage rates are higher in the newer area down there around Finney. It's, let's see. I'll tell you what. Now that you brought it up, let's talk about that. So, we are going to the Magic MLS, and we'll read that later. We'll do a little search for properties in the villages. So we always default right over here to the villages. How's it going?
Good.
Antonio just brought his dad in here. You know what? Now that I think about it, Antonio, I have to do this. There we
want the
go.
mini? Yeah.
Okay. All right. There I am. I'm back. So over here, you'll see the villages as the city. 360 matches. Starting to go up. It was in the low threes a couple months ago. So I see things are starting to slow down, actually. But anyways, let's kind of go to results. I'm going to skip all the way over here to, like, I guess number 6, something like that. And, let me go back to here. Let's do this. So the lowest taxes are going to be in the old section of Sumter County, but that might not be something you're looking to do. So 2016 and older is going to get you away from, that newer area in the villages where you have wildwood taxes and you have higher bonds and you have the higher millage rates. So let's see, let's go over to 7 and see what we can see. We can take our bar. All right, so here's our age of homes. We're going to keep going. So let's see what we have here. All right, here's a 2016 single family, 498, 1,550 square feet living area. By the way, guys, I got a new listing today, so I'm going to share that with you probably next week since we have Thanksgiving in the way. All right, so we have this home right here. It's backed up to a road, and this is what I like to do. Go to the tax ID. Oh, that's Lake County. See, that's Lake County over here. That's not where we want to be in Lake County. Lake County is higher in taxes. So we will go back to criteria. Actually, we'll go to agent single line display. And we'll look for another newer, that was this one on Yoder, I think. Here's one in 2015 up at the top. Let's take a look at that. Independent Path, that's another one in Lake County. All right. Well, we'll keep going. Just to prove a point here. Well, so here's a 2014. Let's see where this one goes. Sumter County. Okay, there we go. And here's where we get our information. Now this is called Realist up here. This is a realtor program. Gives us a lot of information as a realtor, real helpful information. But we like to hit the tax code here. Whoa. Well, I don't know where that came from. Go back to Realist. Hit the tax, well, so it's not going to work for us tonight.
Might be a problem with their website.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Right here, because it won't go back. I mean, it won't go over to property appraiser. All right, let's...
Yeah, they've got to fix that.
I tell you what we can do. Since it won't go right to the link, we can come over here, property appraisers, Sumter County, and parcel number. There we go. Let's see. This will tell us if there's a problem. Here's Joey. That's my buddy there. He and I work together in the villages. All right, so property search, sales, valuations. There's a lot of information in here. Trim notices, tax bill. This will give us an idea of what millage rates are. All right, so well, we'll go here. Annual bill 5,000. So there's your millage rate, 10.3813, very low, okay, as a 2014 home. The bond is $1,377 a year. Got it? Your maintenance fee is $664. Your bond is $1,377, so $2,166 gives you your total for your fire assessment, your bond, and your maintenance fee. Those are known as non-ad valorem assessments. So, okay. So let's do, where are we? We come back here. All right, we come back here, go back to matrix. Now, let us find something that's newer than 2020. Let's kind of find year built 2020 and newer. There we go, 17. So we have 17 listings. Well, let's try Nancy Drive. Let's see what's going on over here on Nancy. So a nice home, $535,000 at 2021, 17 days on the market. It's called the Hammock model. Oh man, that's in Lake County too. No, that's Sumter. Says it's Sumter, but it looks like a Lake County tax assessor number. That's weird. Haven't seen those tax IDs. Usually a tax ID in Sumter County starts with a G. So, but let's see if we can, there it is. All right. Running into the same problem. But that's okay. We'll do what we did before. Whoops. Copy. And let's see, we'll go to search. Here's the account number. And there's on Nancy Drive. Now, taxes, 2023, and millage rate, 13.2100. So there's your big jump in millage rates when you get over to the newer area. And I guess the biggest reason why is the city of Wildwood, right there. They stick their little 2.8287 in with the millage rate, brings it up to 13.21. And then your bond that's not actually too much different than what we saw in the 2014 home. So that's good. And your maintenance is lower even, so that's even better. So that's pretty cool. But, you know, I always answer your questions with proof, showing you what we're doing. So we'll go back, let me see here, and let me get myself bigger to full size. There we go. All right, so you ever ask me a question, it's never going to be a short answer, I don't think. But I go by the old adage, teach somebody to fish, they eat forever. But if you give somebody a fish, they eat for a day. And that's not what I do. I teach everybody to fish. All right, let me go back to where my chats, where I left off. Let's see, so I got the planks, 30 degrees. All right, what area in the villages have the lowest taxes? So, 1994, 1995, 96. If you're looking for low taxes, there's where you look, over there. Because pretty much no bond, and you're at the 10 point something mils, so you're probably looking at about a $2,000 tax bill. Not related to Janice Keller or the other John Keller from New Jersey. Who is the teacher? Oh, I am the John Keller, title attorney with Bob Dylan. Oh, sorry, John. Man, isn't that crazy? We got two John Kellers. Wow. Wait a minute. October, November, and paid forward with December, almost 3 months. So that's that John Keller. All right. So I have lowercase John Keller, uppercase John Keller. That's crazy. All right. So cool. Thanks for jumping in, Mr. Attorney. Cherie, what exit from another New Jersey girl who left also? The thin plank does so have benefits, one being uneven substrates. The thin plank does have some benefits, one being uneven substrates. Is that good? I didn't think that was a good thing. I thought that was a bad thing, uneven substrates. I guess to each their own, but I'm telling you, you get one little thing underneath that thin plank, you're gonna see it, and you're gonna look down, and you're gonna like, So, anyways, regardless of the thickness, you're paying for the top clear coat thickness, and they make cheap and good plank in all thicknesses. I disagree. So I respectfully disagree. So sorry about that. Robert Dockery, hello there, watching from home. Cool. Thanks for joining, Robert. It's very thin, but thickness is not denoted on the box or the tile, and that's unfortunate because that's the key. You can say what you want about thickness doesn't matter. I'm telling you right now, thickness does matter. Anyways, all new homes come with that kind of floor. Okay, give them a raise. What's going on with these homeowners insurance companies? I do not see it getting any better. I have been trying my best to try to get somebody from an insurance company to come in and sit next to me right here and answer some of your questions. And they don't really want to do that. And I don't know, I don't know what they're hiding. I don't know what they don't want to admit, what they do want to admit, whatever. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But we're going to keep trying. So just give us a little more time. I think I told you before I did meet somebody. I don't have my wallet here. I think her name was Amanda. But she's supposed to, she actually agreed now. I told her to ask whoever her broker is there if she can come on, but we'll see. You Jersey girls and your exits. Skip would have had a good time with it. Hello from Colorado. Hi Heather, thank you for joining us in Colorado. We're all kind of checking weather in different cities, so kind of let me know what the weather is in Colorado. Hi Heather, moved here from Broomfield, Colorado, never going back. Hello Karen Stasic. Rami's welcome. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, and down here, I'm down here now unpacking boxes. All right, cool. What are your thoughts on the open door offers from developers? So open door offers from developers. Sylvain, if I think you're talking about the open door company that will buy homes, so I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about on the open door offers from developers, but the company Open Door itself, they'll offer you about 80% of the value of your home. So that's kind of how they do business. But it's a good way for someone to get a cash offer and out of there, no commission, stuff like that. They just make their money on the other end. So Heather Heather's asking what part of Florida Karen lives in. The village of De Luna. Rami, Lake County bonds are nuts. Yeah. And Rami, the autocorrect changed up your name. Okay. Heather Fling sounds like, wait a minute. Love to visit Florida sometime soon. I heard it's nice there. It is. Heather, you should check it out, especially in the wintertime. Never been there before. Heather, you have never been to Florida? Not even to visit? Disney World, Sea World, Universal Studios, the beaches? Nothing? Well, you should check Florida out. And what do you like about Florida? Everything I just mentioned. Orlando's great sports teams. I mean, there's a lot about Florida. You could always do a lifestyle visit, reasonable to stay and get on tour with an agent. Nice to know. Thanks, Karen. Love to check into it. When are we going fishing? Who are you asking that, Jerry? When you're going fishing. All right. When are we going fishing? When are we going fishing? I love the weather, even in the summer. Do miss the snow. No, lots to do as far as activities. 3,000 clubs, 3,000 plus clubs, and less than 2 hours to either coast and beaches. Lots of cute towns around. And that is true, too. I love the old fishing towns around the coast, especially on the west coast of Florida. Love those little fishing towns. You have Yankee Town, you have Horseshoe Beach, Crystal River's nice, Homosassa, Tarpon Springs. Yeah, you'd love all that, I think. Get my meat from a regenerative farm in Plant City. A regenerative farm. Don't know what that is, Karen. What's a regenerative farm? Get my meat from a regenerative farm. Interesting. Sounds so amazing. Thank you, Karen. Look at her. She's just got all the little emojis going on there. Mark Ryan. Hello, Ira. My VLS rep told me the bonds and homes will be higher in the Eastport area due to the forecast popularity of the area. Have you heard the same? So, due to the popularity of the area is why the bonds are going up. No. That is never the reason why bonds go up just because it's a popular area. No, that doesn't make any sense. First of all, bonds are created by the Villages Community Development District. The VCD, Villages Community Development District, is a nonprofit state government. So the Villages has the VCD, the VCDD or CDD, Villages Community Development District. Go in there, put in all the infrastructure, put the roads, curbs, streets, street lights, storm drains, all the underground utilities. That's what the VCDD does. And then what they do is they take a bond, they borrow money from the state of Florida, and then what they do is they put in all the infrastructure, then they divide it all up into how many home sites they got out of that particular area, and then that's how the bonds are formed. And then when people are paying, and then the dirty little secret is that the developer, the Villages developer, buys all the bonds. So normally a developer is the one that puts all the infrastructure in, then they build their home, and then they include that in the cost of the home, and then they make a profit, and then they pay the bond, they pay the money. Well, actually, there is no bond in a normal developer, right? They pull the money out of their pocket, or they get the money from investors. They put the infrastructure in, they buy the land, they put the infrastructure in, they build a house, everything is all wrapped into that cost, and then they make a profit, and then they pay everybody back. That's how it's normally done. In the villages developer has the VCDD go out, borrow money from the state at a low interest rate, put in all the infrastructure, divide it all up, and then they put a bond on every single home site, and then the village's developer will buy those bonds so they can pay back the state, and then they're reaping the rewards by getting all the interest off those bonds, and that's how it works. Now, sometimes bonds are higher than others because they're going into these areas that are flood zones, right? And they're having to undercut and backfill, and they're having to put all this infrastructure, much more infrastructure where you have wetlands. I mean, not wetlands, you can't build on wetlands, but in a flood zone area, you can go ahead and undercut that. Actually, technically, you can build in a wetlands area if you mitigate it. That's a long explanation there, but you can buy mitigation property and switch it out. It's a long story. But I know all that because I've done commercial work before, and I know how the mitigation process works for wetlands. But anyways, I'm sure the villages have probably done that as well. Because if you look at some of the areas, if you look at an aerial view, you'll see that there's a lot of wetlands and there's a lot of flood zone around a lot of the areas where they're developing right now. So I don't know, but I would imagine that they are buying property elsewhere, and then what they do is it's called mitigating those wetlands, and they designate those wetlands now on another piece of property that they purchased that are not wetlands, just to compensate. Anyways, like I said, it's a long, complicated story, but that's how it works. But most of the time, the reason why bonds are higher is because there's much more work that has to be done to the grounds to go ahead and build up the infrastructure to build those homes. But if you're telling me it's because of the forecasted popularity of the area, that's crazy. So that's a good one. I gotta give them an A+ for creativity on that one, because they don't want to really actually tell you what the real deal is. But I'm almost tempted to go get an aerial view on the areas that they're developing in, and you can, well, what the heck? Why not? We're already, property appraisers, Sumter County. So all you have to do is just go to a map. There's the map of Sumter County. And we will back out. Here's I-75, 27, Marion County. So we're going to go up. Down, I'm sorry. Lake County is over here. Now, I'm going to go in. Buffalo Hide Cattle Company. That's probably the villages. But when this map comes up, if it ever comes up, then you'll see wetland areas or wet areas. Actually, here's what we need to do. I'll pull this map up. Here's a flood map. Okay? And This is St. Catherine. I'm going to, where's my, here we are. We're going to back out a little bit. So all this is flood zone. I'm sorry, all this is wetlands. All this AE stuff, AE. That's either flood zone or wetlands or both. You want things to show X, but you can see right here how you have flood zones and wetlands on either side of this piece of property over here. But you see all these homes that are in here and all these homes that border these wetlands. Yeah, that'll give you an idea of where they're building and what kind of property they're getting into. All this stuff, let's see if it'll catch up to me. Come on, get caught up. Maybe I gotta zoom in. Yeah, there we go. But I need to get, anyways, if you take a look, see all this low-lying area here? See how it gets darker? Once it starts getting darker, you can kind of pick out the, here's the prison, right up here. But this is where they're going into. And you can see how dark this is? This is all wetlands down here. And this is where they're coming to develop. And you see all these dark areas? That's the Hampton Prairie. So there's going to be a lot of backfilling, a lot of mitigation, buying of other lands and stuff like that. That's what all brings up all these bonds, okay? So that's when bonds start getting up there in price because they're having to mitigate all that stuff over there. All right? Okay, so let's kind of continue with our little chats. Hopefully all this is good information to you. But Mark, thank you for bringing that to my attention and to bring that to everybody's attention, because we all kind of need to know what's going on out there. But that's just, as you all know, I used to work for the Villages for 9 years, from 2000 to 2009. That's a new one on me, that the bonds are going to be higher because of the forecasted popularity. That's laughable. Okay, so Karen has tile throughout. It's 41 degrees here in Colorado. Thank you for the weather report, Heather. Appreciate that. Let's see, Mark Ryan, I heard that too about eSport. So that's a good one. They must have good talking points going on there now because of the forecasted popularity of the area. The bonds are going to be higher. No. Like I said, the VCDD is a nonprofit state government, and they can't sit there and raise bonds because of the popularity of the area. That makes no sense. Because if you think about it, all of the Villages is popular. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty funny. I'm watching my house in New Hampshire on the camera. 21 degrees and flurries. Wow. Never. Hope never. The Village's third quarter sales report look like the days on market is getting longer. So, Jerry Bell, good question. So let's check it out. So So we will go to our search residential quick. So these are all the active properties that the MLS has, 360 matches. And we want to go sold and pending. We don't want to go active. So what is sold and when pending? Ooh, let's go back 60 days, not 180 days. That's even crazy. So sales are still pretty strong with 706 matches in 60 days in the villages here. I don't want to go, holy cow, 700. We need to go down to 30 then. Whoops. Okay. That's 580 matches in the last 30 days. That's still pretty crazy. All right, let's do an average of 450,000 to 650,000. That'll help us a little bit. Let's bring little Ira up on the screen. There we go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to slide on over. All right, days on market, Jerry Bell. Cumulative days on market, okay? This one's 142, 45, 108, 218, 56. Here's a 1. But you know, last year, you're seeing 1, 2, 5, 6. Very rarely you never saw 3 digits, but rarely did you even see 2 digits. But there you go. I mean, that is, so they are average days on market. Let's go up higher. Well, 630,000. Sliding over, it's a little bit lower in the upper areas. I think more expensive homes, typically people are paying cash for those, and so interest rates don't affect people that much. But here, it's looking a little bit better in this section. Let's see. Here's still some 3 digits, but I'd say probably overall, if you look at average days on market, you're probably looking about 60 days now is average. So that was a good question. That's kind of... So good question, Jerry. Appreciate you bringing that up. Jerry Bell, yes, that's what Skip said. So Skip's on top of it. Going to any concerts? Well, Jerry, let's see. The last one I attended was, I guess it was the Foreigner and Loverboy. We probably already talked about that. But yes, I just bought tickets. Well, my next one is going to be the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And if none of you have seen Trans-Siberian Orchestra, that is a show you really don't want to miss. It is, just Google it, just YouTube it. These people, I have not missed a year. I guess my kids are 21 and 23, and my wife and I have been going even before we had kids. So I'd say I've been going for probably about 25 years. I have been going to this Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and lasers and light show and fire, and these people are fantastic. So Trans-Siberian Orchestra, you do not want to miss that. I always take videos. Maybe I'll put videos on And they always come around here right around Christmas. I think I'm going on the 22nd of December because they're all out of Tampa. And so they like to kind of end up around here close to home, right around Christmas. So I love that. I know it's Christmas time when I'm at the Trans-Siberian Orchestra show. So you don't want to miss that. And then in December, before that, I can't remember, early December, I'm going to see the Outlaws again at the Ponte Vedra Theater up around Jacksonville, St. Augustine. So I'm going to that. And then I just bought some fantastic tickets to Sammy Hagar. So they've got Sammy Hagar, Joe Satriani, Jason Bonham, which was John Bonham's son. They have Michael Anthony, who's the bass player for Van Halen. So they're going to be playing a lot of Van Halen songs. And if any of you have been listening to Sirius XM on channel 25, I think it is, they've had them in the what do they call it? Rock and Roll Garage or something from out in LA, and they do a very long, extensive interview with Sammy and all the guys. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. And then I tried to go get tickets for Jason Aldean and Kid Rock. I got blown out on that one. I missed it. So yeah. There you go. So I'm set up next year for the Sammy Hagar. Can't wait. So Karen says, means they take care of the land and do organic growing and rotation of the land, use animal waste for fertilizer. Cool. Heather loves concerts, and we do on this channel. We're always talking about concerts. Speaking of concerts, I don't know where Kevin Jacks is. Kevin and Karen. He didn't send me any pictures of the kids today, so sorry we don't have, and I'll even see him on here, so I don't know what happened to, but Kevin is a concert fanatic as well. I was going to say concert nut. No, fanatic. So yeah, we love our concerts here on this channel. All right, let's see. So what area? Oh, okay. It is best to visit. Is it best to visit Florida in the fall and winter? I would say, well, the only downfall, Heather, about visiting Florida in the winter are the amount of people that are here. Because the snowbirds, renters, visitors, who else comes down here? Anyways, it gets pretty crowded, noticeably crowded down here. Karen says, Heather, after hurricane season, which hurricane season ends in November, as she mentions, it is more crowded because of the snowbirds, but weather is the best. Okay, there you go. Well, we're on the same page on that one. All right, the Village's Chief. I'm going to Sammy Hagar too. So, where are your tickets, Village's Chief? That's the question. Because I think we're third row. Third row. Third or fourth. It's going to be awesome. Missing Kevin and Karen and Gio. Yes. I don't know where they are. Kevin, somebody needs to wake him up or something. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I wrote some notes for tonight. I wanted to kind of make mention of that real quick. Anybody, and we just talked about coming in the wintertime, snowbirds, renters, visitors, everybody, when you come down to the Villages, please, 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 please use your turn signals in the roundabouts. That is going to prevent so many problems, so many accidents if you only use your turn signals. I use my turn signals religiously. If I'm in the roundabout, if I'm continuing and I'm not going out, I'll turn my left signal on. If I am going out the exit, I'll let those cars come in knowing that I'm going out and they can kind of continue in. Please use your turn signals in those roundabouts. That's so important. I'm going to mention that every single show from now to through the winter. Or late spring, Heather, if you want warmer. Ira, what famous people have you helped buy a home or just met? You know, I don't know if there's any famous people that I know. Y'all probably probably won't remember him. The most famous person I guess I've ever met was Leon Russell, who was a real old-time rock and roll dude. He just passed away a couple years ago. Me and Leon lived in the same apartment complex in Fort Lauderdale off of Los Olas Boulevard. And he and I, a place called Hendricks Isle off of Los Olas Boulevard. And he and I would race these, our RC, radio-controlled cars, up and down Hendricks Isle. So I guess I gotta say, he's the one that I knew and I hung out with for a while. But I did, back around 2002, what's the guy's, oh my God, my wife's gonna kill me. He's a, well, y'all can help me out with this. He plays with the Eagles now, Vince Gill. Okay. So back in 2002, Vince Gill was down here in the Villages doing a charity show with Nancy Lopez. And I reached out to somebody in Nancy Lopez's circle and said, hey, my wife loves Vince Gill. What do I have to do to get her to meet him? I said, I'll be happy to donate to the charity. And she goes, well, how much would you donate? I said, well, how's $500? I'll donate $500 to your charity if my wife can only meet Vince Gill. Okay, we'll do that. We'll make those arrangements. So we did. We made all those arrangements. I made the newspaper, and my wife still has the photos of her. And I always kid her because when Nancy and Vince were coming up to greet us and say hello to us, she goes, so to go, you know, and the person who we talked to, she go, okay, this is Nancy Lopez and Vince Gill, Ira Miller. This is his wife, Patty. How you doing, Vince? Hi, Nancy. And then my wife goes, hi. She was stuttering all over herself. She was just in total shock to meet the one guy that she idolized. So I was happy to make that happen for her. So I guess now, you know, so that's really, really, I guess all I can think of that I've ever really, that are famous I've come in contact with. Shane Proser, cheers from Canada. We did a lifestyle visit in April, loved it, and my wife and I really fell in love with the historic area. Any advice on buying a house up there? Will all of the houses there need work? You know, not really. There's been a lot of people who have already bought one of those homes and totally renovated it. So, yeah, we would just need to do a really good home inspection, make sure there's no termites on on those homes. That's about the only place in the Villages where I've seen termite damage. And that was in a separate detached laundry room, not in that home itself. So that's the only thing I would say you want to really take special care of is make sure we do a good home inspection, and they call it a WDO, wood destroying organism. It's no longer a termite inspection, it's a WDO, because now they have wood rot, they have fungus, stuff like that. So they kind of group it all now into a WDO inspection. So that's the best advice I can give you. And those are mobile homes that I'm talking about in the historic district. I don't know if you're talking about maybe older homes around in the Spanish Springs area behind Spanish Springs. There's a mixture of older homes and manufactured homes there. And, you know, I don't know if you all know this, but the Villages around 2014, I guess it was now, maybe 16, they started buying up all of these mobile homes and taking them off and building site-built homes in there. So there's a lot of newer site-built homes in the historic area. But everybody caught on to that, and then the mobile homes went through the roof, and it was no longer feasible to buy those homes and junk them, and then, or donate them, and build these new homes on there. So, you know, so you'll be driving through there, you're like, wow, that's a newer home. Wow, that's a newer home. I mean, so, but they didn't finish what they started. Okay, Van Halen, Van Hagar, but Sammy was good too. So, you know, so Sammy Hagar recently called out David Lee Roth and told him, hey, don't be you need to come out on tour with us. Join us. Let's do this. Sammy's got it all set up. They're going to play a lot of Van Halen, Van Hagar songs, I guess you can call it. But would love to see David Lee Roth. When I did see Van Halen, I was totally shocked by David Lee Roth and how fit he was. He was in good health, good fitness. He was ripped, you know. Now I saw him in a video not too long ago. He's totally tatted up. So I'm looking. He's got his shirt open. I mean, just about his whole body is tattoos. So he doesn't look like he used to. I don't know if he can sing like he used to, but you know, who knows. All right, section 5, couldn't get the floor, but all good. Hey, at least you're going to be there, because that's the main thing. So Emilio J, I'll be there in January to look at area if I can call. I want to deal with you only. Would love it, Antonio, if you can put our telephone number in there for him to reach out. You'll probably reach Blakely. If you call during the week and during the day, you'll reach the lovely Blakely, and she'll take care of you. She'll get you all set up to be with me, and then we will move forward on that. I would love to spend some time with you and show you around, show you some homes. I always tell everybody, if you're coming down here on the lifestyle preview plan, please get with that Villages agent first. Have them show you the models so you can see all the models in one area, and then choose the one that you like the most. Then I can take it from there, and I can show you what we have. But it's so much easier for you if you were to get with that Villages agent, go look at all the models, pick out the ones you want, and then that helps both of us figure it out. So there you go. Reach us at 352-204-9026. Like I said, you'll probably reach Blakely. Now, after hours or on the weekends, you might not reach, you might get me, you might not. You might get one of the other agents in my brokerage here, I Am Realty. So just, you know, tell them who you are, and they'll contact me and let me know that you called. Hello, Ira from New York. I'll be going to the Villages this weekend for my birthday. Happy birthday, Elizabeth. God bless you. This is a great place to come for your birthday. We'll be checking out pre-owned homes. Please call us. We would more than love to show you around, show you the pre-owned homes that we have in the MLS. Those are the homes you see in Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, RedfinHomes.com. By the way, Antonio, I wanted to mention before I forget, we need to look up advertising in Redfin, see what that's involved. But yes, we would love to have you, and I'm here for you if you need to meet with me on the weekend. So happy birthday to you, and let us know if we can help you with showing you some pre-owned homes. Diamond Dave was the best front man. Actually, I do agree with that. That guy had a range of voice and a scream that was unmatched. I mean, that group, Eddie Van Halen, best guitar player in the world. Alex Van Halen, best drummer in the world. I mean, maybe the guy, I think his name was Neil Peart from Rush. Him and Alex, I don't know, maybe Neil Peart was the best drummer in the world, but he and Alex, I think, were neck and neck for sure. And then David Lee Roth with his voice, that was a group made in heaven there. And then Michael Anthony, and then Wolfgang came along, but whatever, that's the history. But yeah, loved Diamond Dave. I saw them twice. And each time, they did not disappoint. So I'm really excited to see the Sammy Van Hagar sets. Okay, that's what my daughter was saying when she visited Florida. The topaz. What's the topaz, Gary? Because Gary, you dropped out of the chat here, dude, and then all of a sudden, there you go. All right, so I guess we'll leave it with happy birthday. Happy birthday, Heather. Is it Heather's birthday too? It's Elizabeth's birthday. Oh, the two-bed patio villa, gotcha. So, okay, Karen corrected it. 7:30, folks. I think Antonio's wanting to get out of here. I let him come in at noon on these Monday Night Live sessions. So he's not in such bad shape, actually. So, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. We kind of started out slow. I was like asking Antonio, I'm like, did we really notify everybody on Friday that we're going to be on today? But like I said, we will be back in 2 weeks, the first Monday of December, which is December 4th. December 4th. There's something's going on with December 4th. Oh, I have a closing December 4th. Okay, sorry about that. I'll be here. But, yeah, I appreciate everybody joining us tonight. And, Jerry Bell, happy birthday. Ira, what are you talking about there, buddy? Yeah, I did have a birthday 2 weeks ago. So thank you very much, Jerry. Once that birthday hit, it was just downhill from there, I'll tell you. Mark, thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate your comments out there. I love the fact that you threw that out there about what the Villages agent said. And I really appreciate everybody who participated tonight, who asked all these questions. That's what makes this valuable for us, right? This is how, and that's why I went to 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, because I really felt like, man, waiting a month to talk to everybody, to answer everybody's questions and all that, you know, that got to be too long. And I didn't think I was serving you all needs, so I felt like every 2 weeks is cool. So, so John, happy you love the house. Beautiful house. We did a great job in getting all that put together for you. I can't believe the house across the street is still for sale. It blows my mind. I meant to look and see how much that house is going for, because that's crazy that it would be on the market this long still. So maybe I'll reach out to, oh gosh, I'm trying to think who the listing agent was. I don't know, seeing everybody's names here, names just start juggling around in my head. I think her name was Elizabeth, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, I'll reach out to her and maybe put that house on our YouTube channel, see if we can help her out. Alrighty. Thanks everybody for joining. Heather, Jerry, Karen, Elizabeth, John, Janice, Mark, Gary, who else? I hope I didn't miss anybody, because let me go back through here. I think I pretty much, Bruce, thank you for joining in tonight. I know I said Jerry Bell. So there you go. Rami, Tom, thanks so much. We'll look forward to seeing you December 4th. Put it on your calendars. Write your questions down. Let me make sure I didn't miss out on anything. So there you go. And also, one last thing before I depart. Please refer me to all your friends. I would appreciate it. Have them give us a call. We love referrals and we love helping people. So, Robert Dockery, thanks for watching from home. Everybody, we will see you December 4th in our next live chat. Take care. Y'all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Eat lots of food. Send me some pictures that I could share with everybody. And see you in a couple weeks. Bye.